Hey there. Today is August 20th, 2024. First of all, I want to acknowledge that the first video yesterday was obnoxiously long. I won't be making that mistake again. Just to catch you up on the goals and the things that I set for myself yesterday. I am at the end of the month and all fresh things are gone. And now I am down to, staples. What can I make with flour and sugar and what can I put in my omelet? There's not much left, so it's getting boring, but, and I made those cinnamon rolls because I was having trouble figuring out what to eat for breakfast, although that's a terrible choice to make. It is the one I made, though, and I'm not in a position to waste food, so I had a cinnamon roll. Then Henry and I went on our walk. And then we got rained out and had to turn around and come home because it's pretty cold here already. I did finish that bag of popcorn, but I do not intend to buy more. I have one case left of my water, and then I'm going to go through the unpleasant process of dealing with tap water, which I'm not a fan of. Also, I still had 4 cups of coffee this morning. What else? I made a pizza for dinner. Homemade, but not the healthiest choice. I got a lot of work to do, so I'm just being honest. That's where I'm at. That's what I did yesterday. So for today, what I would like to do is, first of all, make a much shorter video that's easier to take in. And also to set my goals for today, which are to do the complete walk with Henry. It's 5 miles round trip from my apartment to the Buffalo Canal Side Harbor Walk. There's a little beach at the end by the observation tower, and that's where Henry and I have been going nearly daily since I got back from Colorado. While I'm there, I've been trying to really feed off of his joy. He's so happy while he's there. So I'm gonna do some of that today. So, I also did my crunches, all of my ab stuff. I did push-ups. I pushed it farther today than I did in the past week. I started at 6 push-ups in all the various positions. I got this push-up board that helps you work on certain areas and have proper positioning or whatever. So I did all of those, and I was started at 6 because I really couldn't do much more, and I'm on my knees, by the way. But today I pushed it up to 10, so that felt good. It felt good to have the power to do so, and also to feel some progress in my strength, which always feels amazing. So I also did sun salutations. I only did 4 of them, but I'm just getting going again. I haven't done a sun salutation in years before recently, so I have not eaten breakfast yet. Again, with the whole same dilemma, I'm not gonna waste those cinnamon rolls because I'm running out of food, so I'm gonna eat it and trust that everything's gonna be fine. Ooh, by the way, all right, I'm gonna be honest here. Listen, I started at 220. It's been 6 weeks. I'm down to 208. I feel great. That's wonderful. I hate announcing where I'm at, but what the fuck? I'm not the only one who's dealing with this. So I hear ya. It sucks. But my lofty goal is to get down to 125. And for 5'4", that's a reasonable weight. Probably a little bit too... I'm not going to limit myself. I can get back there. Got a lot of work to do. And a lot of things to incorporate, I need to get my ballet bar back out and start doing bar exercises, and so much to do. But today's topic that I want to talk about is trust. Ooh, trust is a hard one. Okay, so I want to point out first that because I had Sarah on purpose at 14, that I self-sabotaged all of my trust from the get. I made decisions that got me in way over my head and really questioning my decision-making skills and how selfish they were, if it was the best thing for me or if it was the best thing for Sarah. Clearly it wasn't. To be brought up by a 14, 15-year-old mother, you know, that was not the best start for her, but I really feel like it was out of love. Anyway, the point is that I've made consistently within my life many, 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 many bad decisions born out of trauma, born out of pain, born out of confusion, born out of low self-esteem, born out of just desperation. Desperation for connection, desperation for affection, desperation for love, always love, and validation. Again, attachment styles. Mine is anxious. I didn't get what I needed when I was very young. And so now I'm like this, and I'm trying to fucking figure out how to deal with it. So, trust. What I really want to get to right now, though, is about my kids. So I mentioned that I am estranged right now, an estranged grandparent, an estranged parent. I am estranged currently from my son and my granddaughter, my new granddaughter, Luna. Oh, welcome to the neighborhood. Was that it? Hopefully that was it for the emergency vehicle going by. It was. Okay, so anyway, God, I've so outgrown this neighborhood, this building. I'm done. I don't want to live here. I want to live out of a van. Okay, trust. All right, so trust. So, estranged originally from my daughter Sarah after the suicide attempt and the continued suicide attempts after that. It was when I stole my best friend's car, Michelle, who died a year ago, very recently. So much around Michelle, but that's not this video. Anyway, I had stolen her car and I basically sucked out of a fucking garden hose that was attached to her exhaust in a closed up vehicle. For 12 hours I attempted this and it did not work. And then I had to face what I had done, which was stolen her boyfriend's vehicle and then tried to kill myself in it. Whatever. Not good shit. Anyway, back to trust. Trust was destroyed through these suicide attempts with my children. That was the unforeseen consequence of all of this. In my mind, they didn't need me anymore. They didn't want me anymore. I was going through emptiness syndrome hard. Like, why am I here? What the fuck is the purpose of me waking up and struggling every day? Like, I just felt like they didn't need me anymore. They didn't want me anymore. They didn't love me anymore. And it was better for them, for me not to bring all of that confusion and trauma and drama into their lives or continue to allow it to continue in their lives. I sincerely, at a very deep level, was there. Anyway, again, destroyed trust with my children. So, you know, and I destroyed the trust within myself by choosing to die repeatedly and attempting to do so. There was a lot of faith lost all the way around, a lot of trust lost all the way around, and one of the hardest things has been to do in my healing since that attempt is to learn how to trust myself again. So I pointed out that Sarah was estranged. Caleb is estranged from me also currently, and I've only seen Luna for 15 minutes in her whole, you know, almost 9-month-long life. So that hurts, but he's a parent and he's an adult and I failed him and he has to work through that. And that has been very hard. So basically, the entire family, my mom had the stroke. I wound up taking care of her pretty much by myself. I was very resentful of the rest of the family for not helping. I was risking my mental health. And then I went through her death with her, which was not a traditional dying. I was helping her to kill herself. Again, feeding into their reasons to not trust me. Anyway, so recently, my life has been about figuring out how to trust myself again. I've done so much healing, and through the estrangement from my family as a whole, everybody, around the time that my mom died, I wasn't on good terms with anyone in my family, except for my Aunt Donna, who was really going out of her way to help me at the time, and my sister. But, you know, things blew the fuck up in my face with that. And I went through a really hard time after Mom died immediately thereafter, because, you know, she was such a huge source of so much in my life, and all of a sudden that was gone, and I was estranged from my children, and I really missed them and wanted to be able to connect with them, and I was not able to do so because I had failed them and they didn't trust me. So anyway, I've been wallowing in so much pain regarding this estrangement from my family and feeling like ostracized and not seen, not loved, not wanted, not heard. Sarah came back, and I'm so grateful, and I'm working on rebuilding my relationship with her and with Haley. Things are, you know, still silent with Caleb, and that's fine. That's where we're at right now. But I wanted to just talk about, you know, and this is pretty much what I'm getting to in this video is how I'm learning how to develop trust with myself again by showing up for myself during that time when I had no one, and I really just had to rely on myself and learn to trust myself again. And so that's what I've been doing, really building up, you know, like I did mess up, but I don't deserve this. I'm a good person. I'm loving. I don't hurt anybody on purpose except myself. Inadvertently, I wind up hurting other people, but I'm learning about that and I'm changing that. So I'm doing the best that I can. And that's what I came up with, is in the lack of validation from anybody else, I had to provide it for myself, and I did for the first time in my life. And I really feel like I know my worth again. I know, you know, what I've been through. I know it from the inside, and I'm learning how to validate it for myself. How to say, I know what I've been through. I know the struggles. I know how I feel about all of these things on the inside. Nobody else does. And so now I value and trust my own opinion. That's huge. So we're getting on 13 minutes here. That's long enough. I think that's done. That's enough for right now. And I'm going to post this and just see what happens tomorrow. Okay? Bye.